If you are holding XRP right now, oh boy do I have interesting news for you today. It might be one of the biggest days for XRP in a while, because obviously, like I've been warning you guys, something very important is launching. Now guys, if you've not done it yet, make sure you go ahead and press the like button on this video, and I'd say let us dive right in. So for all of the unaware, it's been confirmed. Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin launches today. And here is everything you need to know about its features, use cases, and role alongside XRP. So for all of those completely in the dark, it's a stablecoin issued by Ripple that's going to be running on the XRP ledger and Ethereum. And right now, the guys like Tron, for example, Justin Sun, the founder of Tron, is also asking, hey, when is it going to be running on TRX? Because at the end of the day, the more stablecoins on your network, the more active your network, the better your network. It's just kind of a logical thing. Now, I want to give you guys a little note that even though everybody says it's confirmed, right? We've seen it everywhere. Everybody says, oh, it's launching today for sure, for sure, for sure. And literally everywhere I can see people talking about it because it just got listed on CoinMarketCap. This, by the way, here is a meme coin. This is a scam, so to speak. It's not the real thing. But again, even Ripple's stablecoin tracker, which maybe is new, I'm not so sure, has just said that multiple millions of RLUSD were minted. But again, like I said, you can find it right now over on CoinMarketCap, Ripple USD. And just for ourselves, let's quickly go ahead and check. We open CoinMarketCap, we put in RLUSD, and there we can go see it for ourselves, which is pretty interesting. Most things are not connected yet. Okay, we do have ourselves some pieces. Yeah, and there's also the underlying information. Website-wise, it goes to Ripple's website under the section of stablecoin. Transact with confidence using Ripple USD. So we all know it is coming. Just the question is it really going to be today? That is the date that Fox put in, though. And again, it will basically be a one-to-one USD-backed stablecoin offering transparency and stability on the XP Ledger and Ethereum coming later this year. And even though many people were skeptical about RLUSD versus XRP, was it going to be a sort of battle? It's basically been said that this will complement one another. So the addition of RLUSD is a good thing rather than a bad thing. But on the opposite side, Ripple wouldn't ever tell you differently, right? Because that would be dumb from their own perspective. Then again, even I agree with that, and I'm always highly skeptical. Before we continue on, if you've not pressed the like button yet, make sure you do so. And if you want to also trade crypto like we're going to do in this video, I'm going to show you in just a second, you can check out the link down below to 𝗏𝗏, which is the main cryptocurrency exchange that we use. Now, looking into it, right? Once RLUSD is available, Ripple plans to use both RLUSD and XRP in its cross-border payment solution to serve its global customers, the company said in RLUSD's beta testing announcement. In June, Ripple's president Monica Long also said that RLUSD was built to be complementary and additive to XRP. According to some sources, Ripple sees the RLUSD as beneficial for XRP, as RLUSD and XRP will be paired with each other, so traded against each other. And while XRP will help add liquidity to RLUSD, with its significant availability on exchanges, the stablecoin's price will also be stabilized by pairing to prevent depegging, and RLUSD will be more focused on large institutional players. According to Ripple CEO, RLUSD will focus more on large institutional players. Again, this will run on the XRP ledger, though, even if it uses RLUSD. We think there's an opportunity for another player in the stablecoin market to exist that focuses on institutions, focuses on compliance, 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗃 said in a conversation with Token Relations co-founder 𝗕𝗂𝗪𝗏, recorded in September 2014. And apparently they already used stablecoins in its payments flows, minting 20% of Circle's USDC, which I didn't actually know. And now my point being about all of this, that if you think it's bad for XRP, then theoretically speaking, there wasn't really any purpose to it at all, because think about it, right? If there was a broader purpose for XRP and it would be taken away by a stablecoin, there's stablecoins running on all these different networks. What would then the point be? And so from that perspective, I keep thinking, well, obviously at the end of the day, it's only going to add instead of take away, because once more, it's primarily going to be used on the XRP ledger. Obviously there was and by the way, if you really want to, you can also invest in Ripple. You know that? If you really think it's going to be so nice for them and bad for XRP. Obviously, there was a big event last spring in the US 18 months ago where USDC depegged, and we felt like there was an opportunity for a credible player that's already working with lots of financial institutions to lean into that market, 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗃 added. And again, from their perspective, I understand, because it means a ton of money for the company. And there were some broader theories going around right now about what the use of it all really will be, how RLUSD enhances the Ellis theory, okay? And it just explains its use in the broader system and how it has a feedback loop. Again, the points being RLUSD as a stable medium, clearing the order book. Banks and institutions use RLUSD to place large orders, buy orders for XRP on exchanges. As XRP is bought, the cheaper sell orders are exhausted, forcing the price to jump to the next available level, yada, yada, yada. With RLUSD facilitating these large transactions, the process is faster and more efficient than using traditional fiat pairs like USD to XRP, which is a theory. And so initial setup, a bank deposits $1 billion into RLUSD. RLUSD is held in Ripple supported wallet or exchanges ready for use, buying XRP. They use the RLUSD to buy XRP on an exchange. And again, they're talking about the liquidity of a exchange. The bank buys a crazy order, and because of that, it has to go higher up in price. Now, this is a little bit negative because theoretically speaking, this means the pair is quite illiquid. Obviously, the more they have to buy, right? If they want to do it in a very short amount of time, theoretically speaking, this is bad. Let's say they want to place $1 billion order, right? But okay, $1 billion at once is quite a lot, but let's say they want to, and the price shoots up from like 50 cents to $5. I know it's just an example, but I'm just pointing out that this would be not ideal. On the opposite side, I mean, like we've seen with Michael Saylor, he bought $10 billion worth of Bitcoin or so over the last month, and it also shot the price up because ultimately you can only buy so much without the price jumping. I just said this scenario is a bit extreme, and preferably for the institutions, if you think about it, you'd prefer to have less movements when executing large orders. Partially, that will be what the main reason would be to use RLUSD over another coin then in that sense. Somebody says, don't fade the McRib. Every single time the McRib returns to McDonald's, by the way, and we get a crazy run in the crypto markets. I thought it was kind of funny. And man, whenever I'm reading through here, people are so excited about this next altcoin season. I find it kind of funny to realize that right now, indeed, it's mostly these ISO 20022 coins that are going absolutely crazy. But I'm going to be honest with you, the more that the market moves, the more that I keep seeing these crazy announcements, the more I'm thinking, man, I should maybe just sell some more, not on my long-term bags, but mostly my positions, and just readjust and start back again. Because at the end of the day, when things are moving so hard, you do expect a sort of pullback, right? It's not like the run is over, but you do expect a sort of pullback before continuing on. And there are so many positive things on the horizon keeping me locked in, but I sometimes think maybe I should be more of a speculator and actually sell some to buy back cheaper. Again, not my main bags, but I'm talking about, you know, for example, these trades that I keep showing in every single video. Here we turned $250 into like 4,000, a little bit more than that. And I described a strategy of buying as we go down lower, but just now the price fell from 266 again to 254. And I keep thinking, man, I could actually just, like I always talk about here, speculate slightly more. For example, now that our average price is so low, just sell somewhere, for example, 265, and then try to buy back once we get to 250 and then start buying lower instead of just keeping them open for so long. It's kind of a waste. Just like how these positions right now on a couple of different pairs like Solana, ADA, XRP, we all opened these 2 days ago. They're doing okay, right? Still, we're about $1,000 or so in the profit, but I could also just theoretically speaking just keep selling them right now, like sell all of them, for example, the profitable ones then, for example, and then only stick to the ones that are in a big loss and just try to DCA those and then try to flip them into profit instead of just keeping things open all the time because there's also funding fees involved, you know? So just trade more, just get to a certain amount of profit, for example, you know, 50% or more, cash out and keep going on and on and on and on. So we don't have that many pairs open at the same time. Because we know one thing, right? The altcoin season is really freaking here, it seems like, but we do not know if there's going to be a very big pullback in the midst. And so perhaps it's smarter now that everything is going so absolutely crazy that I really just start accumulating hard, but more in the sense of spot and then DCA in that rather than crazy positions. Because again, as you guys know from the other account, which I don't have open right now, we still have about 150K worth of open positions on that in terms of profit. And I mean, if Ethereum here starts finally going for a move, it could be that just right now, a lot of the other alts take it easy while Ethereum takes over in this phase 2. And then like it takes another month or two, for example, for these alts to go. Because again, this is all a broader theory, right? We know where we're going over the next few months, but we also, for example, back in March, April or so of this year went, or actually before that, like March of this year, went way higher than usual. Maybe right now we're also going way higher than usual before a slight correction, before again going way higher a little bit later into the season. For for example, 3 months from now, for example, we start going up on Bitcoin, for example, by 70% or whatever. But then in the midst, we're going to like $70,000 first. I'm not trying to say that that's going to happen. I'm just saying, what if? We have to be prepared for any sort of scenario. I could just keep all my trades open and add more margin, or for example, buy back at lower prices, also completely fine, because I'm personally quite convinced all of these trades will be able to be flipped into profit. But for example, XLM looks like it might be breaking down here on the short term. Obviously, nothing is said. It could go down slightly, for example, 4%, and then bounce right back up. It's done that multiple times, but it's all going to depend on the broader altcoin market. And obviously, these coins are up hundreds of percent in the last few weeks or so. I think they're going to do way crazier numbers, but I'm also thinking of, on the short term, what's the best play just to minimize downside, that is, right? Because again, if you're a long-term holder, none of this really matters. All these coins are in a very, very good position. And for example, with XRP, all these announcements are just making it more and more bullish by the day. I mean, we've been seeing some crazy growth here and a lot of eyes on it, right? Which to me just confirms more and more that what we're holding is in a really, really good spot. But on the short term, things are getting scarier as they go higher, just because at some point, a lot of people that are in are way over leveraged. A lot of people are in way too freaking deep because they think it will never stop. And that's when you get a good correction. And that's when people start FOMOing or getting too scared. Just like at 222 or 225 per XRP just now, the amount of texts I got from people saying, oh no, what if it goes back below $1? And that panic sometimes causes things to cascade a bit on the short term because people don't know what they hold. They just buy into the freaking hype. And so if you're wondering, I'm not really afraid of real holders cashing out on the blah, blah, blah. All we're thinking here is, at some point, a lot of people who don't even know what it is start going aping into any coin that's at the top, which is fine in bull markets, but they do not understand the concept of a correction, which is healthy and necessary for longevity. For example, on Bitcoin, you can see we went to 100,000, are back down a little bit. We could even go down slightly further, and we all know, right? All the holders really will know it's going to go up a few 100% or so over the next few months, but it might go down, like for example, 20% in total from its top. And that is normal. Altcoins, though, because they go up hundreds of percent in the month, they sometimes go back down 30-40%, and it's fine. But many people see it as the craziest of panic and they completely tremble. But honestly, it's just part of making a lot of money, right? To have the crazy ups, you also need some downs. But yeah, guys, if you want to trade, check out the links down below to Blowfin. Also, make sure you press the like button and put the notification bell on so you're always notified whenever I upload another crypto video. But RUSD could be coming here today. Very interesting.